on both Facebook and also YouTube. Okay, guys, so my name is Anand Hasbi, and I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Rambling of an Analyst. So in today's episode, I have to tell you guys the truth, and I have to be very honest. Not the most prepared for today's episode. I think one of the reasons why I came out shooting this episode is I received a lot of very kind remarks the past couple of days. And like I said in my last episode, when we have strong enough reasons, we can push all the excuses away. And once I got really positive feedback with regards to the last episode, I knew I had the reason, I had the motivation to share even some more. So in today's episode, I'm going to share with you a very powerful advice which I've heard the longest time. And I think towards the end of this episode, I want to share one little thing that really changed the way I started to see my results increasing quite tremendously. So I hope that you guys can take some benefit of this episode. So as we can see, maybe 1 or 2 weeks ago, what happened was that school reopened. Hey, kid Amador. One of the reasons why I shot this episode, I got a lot of good feedback, so I'm shooting this episode. So thank you so much for the hi. So anyway, as I was saying, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I could see the schools reopening. And at that point in time, I could see niece and nephews going to school, cousins going to school. And, you know, being kids and everything, some kids are more curious than others. Some kids are more talkative than others. And some kids are more less quiet than others, you know. So different kids have different personalities, right? And I noticed at that point in time, I noticed that even teachers started labeling kids and started having class favorites amongst these kids. And at that point in time, I was very annoyed that some of my nieces and cousins, they were not the favorite in class. And with that, they had their self-image, they had a lower self-image of themselves. And I was so angry, I was so annoyed. I tried talking to them, but sometimes being a kid, we are highly impressionable. So bringing this back to me and then to investment advice and how we can actually use this advice to make more gains in our portfolio. So truth be told, as some of you followed my previous few episodes, I'm sure you guys could see that I was not the smartest kid in school. And one of the reasons why I was labeled this thing, I was this kid where when people were talking to me, when I was looking at the blackboard, right, instead of seeing A, B, C, D, E, F, 1, 2, 3, I could see pictures, I could see spaceships, I could see, at that point in time, Star Wars was one of the top shows. I could see aliens shooting each other and good and bad and whatnot. So my imagination was I had such wild imagination. And it was very difficult for me to focus. And at that point in time, I still remembered when teachers were trying to teach me stuff, I had such difficulties in focusing that they labeled me relatively slow, right? And with that small little label, I grew up with that label, believing in it. So at that point in time, I was a defenseless kid. And at that point in time, whatever adults told me, I tend to believe it. Okay, and eventually, when I went to SPM, I got grade 2. Some of you may know. And when I went to university, I almost got kicked out from university. But what really, really changed my life and my investment philosophy was this one little thing, which I'm going to share with you guys right now. It's your self-image. Okay, so I still remember I wanted to enter the investment industry really badly, right? And at that point in time, even my dad tried to stop me from entering the investment industry. I think he did it just to protect me from I guess, getting a bit disappointed. He knew, looking at me growing up, he knew I was a bit blur, looking at my SPM results and looking at my college results. I knew at one hand, he wanted to protect me. On the other hand, I really wanted to have a dream, that dream. So what I want to say over here is, if you have a dream, protect it. And if anyone calls you any name which is not serving you well, get rid of it. the only opinion for your success is the opinion of yourself. I'm going to repeat this again. The only opinion of your success is the opinion of yourself. So over here, I'm sure you could see that in this channel, we found a couple of really good stocks. And to tell you the truth, I did not invest that much. In fact, when you look at my stock, Dagang Next, I only invested maybe about 600 to 700 ringgit only. And one of the reasons why is that on one hand, I believe I was a really good analyst. I was a really good stock picker. In fact, I wish I've recorded much earlier, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. I actually bought this particular stock called Inari at 50 cents. I think right now it's about 8. I don't know. It's much higher than that already. And I bought it when it first got listed in the market. I knew that it was going to be a good stock. I think today it's maybe 5 or 6 times its initial value. I didn't do the homework, so I do apologize for that. But the point which I'm trying to make over here is that on one hand, the technical advice which I'm sharing with you, the technical advice which you hear from YouTube channels are very, very important. But what will actually help us succeed and propel us towards taking action is our self-image. So today, right now, I want to tell you guys that with you guys learning every day, taking advice, right, you guys are getting one step better in your investment decisions, right? And what I want to say over here is that granted that we have made some mistakes at the past, or granted we may not want to take the first few steps to start our journey, know this. Know that every time when you hear a video, or when you hear good advice, or when you start taking the small action, you are much better than who you were yesterday. And no matter what friends, maybe mockers, or maybe family members tell us, you know, says, you shouldn't invest, you know, stock market is very dangerous, blah, blah, blah. Or, you know, auntie, uncles, grandparents, no matter what they have to say, the opinion which matters the most is your opinion on ourselves, or our opinions on ourselves. Today, if you want to be the best investor amongst your group of friends, guess what, guys? We can make that decision in our minds today, and we can take the small direction, or we can take the small step towards that direction. Trust me, if we practice enough, if we take the right actions enough, and if we do it day by day and we have the right disciplines, we will definitely get there. So before I end, I just want to say one thing before I end. There was a question by Kid Amador with regards to how to go through Bursa Malaysia to actually get stock advice. I know this is actually, if you were to ask me, what should one do or what disciplines should one take on a daily basis? Number one, you should read your newspapers. Number two, you should go on Bursa Malaysia and actually read the announcements. I'm going to shoot that particular video right now. But having said that, I just wanted to come live to answer any questions, should there be any questions. So this is an interactive session while I sit here twiddling my thumbs and looking around awkwardly. Okay, guys, so thank you so very much. I hope to see you guys in the next episode, which I'm going to shoot. Oh, okay, whether I'm working or not. As some of you may know that I actually, so whether I'm working or not, so I've saved up enough money for me to, I guess, retire for the past 2 years already. So during that 2 years, these are the things which I've done. Okay, number one, I started a game development company for the first 6 months of my life. During my retirement process, I actually went to a Malaysian game convention and I started talking to other gamers, and I guess the people which are my clan, which is, you know, gamers and whatnot. So I started a game company, and right now I'm starting a financial literacy, I guess, YouTube channel. So I'm working on things which are passion projects right now. So to answer you in short, yes, I'm actually taking a small break I was lucky enough I could afford my small little retirement, and that's one of the reasons why I'm coming at odd times of the day. Afternoon boleh, night boleh, anytime also boleh. So yeah, and that is testament to, if we save enough, if we make the right investment decisions, trust me guys, we can reach our financial goals. And that's the amazing thing. When I see it in my life, when I actually experience it in my life, when I share it, it comes from a place of more authenticity. So yeah, yes, that's one of the reasons why I'm having this finance channel. It's just if my belief is, if I can do it, me being relatively slow in school, me not doing very well in university, me being in the investment industry, me experiencing amazing things in my life, I want to have the same thing for you guys too. Just wanted to share a little bit. Okay, I know I'm rambling. So okay guys, I hope to see you guys in the next episode, and with that, take care.